Chioma stood frozen in the doorway of the boutique. Her hands trembled as she stared at the gleaming shop in Lekki Phase 1. Glass walls, expensive lighting, rows of designer clothes, the name in bold gold letters, Gloria's Luxury Closet. Behind the counter stood a young woman, maybe 24 years old, wearing a tight dress and a bright smile. She was laughing on her phone, twirling a set of car keys. Chioma's car keys. No, the keys to the car her husband Emeka had bought for the business 3 months ago. "Can I help you, ma?" the younger one asked, looking up. Chioma opened her mouth, but no words came out. Her chest felt tight. Her vision blurred. This couldn't be real. 6 months ago, she had given her husband 5 million naira. Every kobo of it was her sweat, savings from her catering business, built over 7 years of waking at 4 a.m., cooking for parties, skipping meals to save money. "Emeka, I want to expand," she had told him. "I want to open a proper restaurant. This money will help me rent a space and buy equipment." Emeka smiled at her, that warm smile she trusted for 12 years of marriage. "My love, let me help you invest it properly. I know someone who can double it for you in 6 months. Trust me." She had trusted him. And now, standing in this boutique, watching this young woman organize expensive handbags that cost more than a month's rent, Chioma understood. Her 5 million naira hadn't been invested in any business. It had been invested in another woman. "Ma, are you okay?" the young woman asked, frowning. Chioma's voice finally came, shaking. "Where did you get the money for this shop?" The woman's smile faded. "Excuse me?" "I said, where did you get the money?" The woman's eyes narrowed. "That's none of your business. If you're not buying anything, please leave." Chioma stepped forward, her whole body shaking now, not from fear, but from rage. "My name is Chioma Okafor, and I think you know my husband." The young woman's face went pale. 6 months earlier, Chioma and Emeka Okafor had been married for 12 years. They lived in a modest 3-bedroom flat in Ikeja, Lagos. No children yet, but they had each other, and they had dreams. Chioma ran a successful catering business called Mama's Kitchen. She was known for her jollof rice, her fried rice, and her chin-chin that melted in your mouth. She catered for weddings, birthdays, corporate events. She worked hard, very hard. Emeka was a sales manager at a medium-sized company. He earned a decent salary, but not enough to match Chioma's ambitions. "I want to open a restaurant," Chioma told him one evening as they ate dinner. "A proper one, with tables, chairs, AC, waiters, not just catering from home." Emeka smiled. "That's a great idea, my love. How much do you need?" "I've saved 5 million naira. It's enough to rent a space in a good location and buy equipment." Emeka's smile faded slightly. 5 million naira? That's a lot of money to just put into one business. What if it doesn't work? "It will work," Chioma said confidently. "I've been catering for 7 years. I know what I'm doing." Emeka was quiet for a moment, then he reached across the table and held her hand. "Chioma, I love your passion, but let me give you some advice. Instead of spending all that money at once, why don't you invest it? I have a friend who runs an investment company. He can turn your 5 million naira into 10 million naira in 6 months. Then you'll have even more capital to start your restaurant properly." Chioma hesitated. "I don't know, Emeka. I've heard stories about these investment companies. What if it's a scam?" "It's not a scam. I know this guy personally. I've invested with him before. Trust me." Chioma looked into his eyes. She had trusted him for 12 years. Why would she stop now? "Okay," she said, "but you have to handle it. I don't want to deal with any investment people. Just take the money, invest it, and bring it back to me in 6 months with the profit." Emeka smiled widely and kissed her hand. "You won't regret this, my love. I promise." The next day, Chioma withdrew 5 million naira from her business account and gave it to Emeka in cash. He took it, kissed her forehead, and said, "I'll take care of everything." And he did take care of everything, just not the way she thought. Her name was Gloria. She was 24 years old, light-skinned, slim, and beautiful. She worked as a sales girl at a phone accessories shop in Computer Village, earning enough 40,000 naira a month. She met Emeka 6 months before Chioma gave him the money. Emeka had come to buy a phone case. Gloria attended to him, smiling brightly. They got talking. He complimented her. She blushed. You are too fine to be working in this small shop, Emeka said. A girl like you should have her own business. Gloria laughed. Ah, uncle, na money I need. If I get money, I'll go open my own boutique sharp sharp. Emeka smiled. What if I told you I could help you? Gloria looked suspiciously. Help me how? What do you want in return? Emeka leaned closer. Nothing. Just your company. Let me take you to lunch. Gloria hesitated, then agreed. One lunch became two. Two became weekly meetings. Weekly meetings became a relationship. Emeka never told her he was married. He removed his wedding ring whenever he saw her. Gloria fell in love. She believed Emeka was a wealthy businessman who was going to change her life. And he did. 3 months into their relationship, Emeka told her, I want to set you up properly. I'll open a boutique for you. Big one, Lekki, prime location. Gloria couldn't believe it. Babe, are you serious? That kind of shop needs millions. Don't worry about money. I have it. Just start looking for a good location. Gloria was overjoyed. She hugged him, kissed him, thanked him 1,000 times. What she didn't know was that the millions Emeka was going to use belonged to his wife. When Chioma gave Emeka the 5 million naira, he didn't invest it. He rented a shop for Gloria in Lekki Phase 1, 1.5 million naira per year. He bought her stock, clothes, shoes, bags, 2 million naira. He bought her a small used car so she could move around for the business, 1.2 million naira. The remaining 300,000 naira he spent on furnishing the shop. Within 2 months, Gloria's luxury closet was open for business. Emeka visited her often, pretending to Chioma that he was working late or meeting clients. Gloria's business thrived. She posted pictures on Instagram, customers came, money flowed. Meanwhile, Chioma waited patiently for her 5 million naira to mature in the investment. It was Chioma's friend, Ngozi, who first saw the boutique. Ngozi had gone to Lekki to visit a client and passed by Gloria's luxury closet. The shop was beautiful, and Ngozi loved clothes, so she went inside. Gloria attended to her warmly. As they talked, Ngozi noticed a framed photo on the counter, Gloria smiling beside a man in a suit. Ngozi's heart stopped. The man in the photo was Emeka, Chioma's husband. Excuse me, Ngozi said carefully. The man in this picture, who is he? Gloria smiled proudly. That's my boyfriend. He's the one who opened this shop for me. He's so supportive. Ngozi's hands went cold. Your boyfriend? Yes, his name is Emeka. He's a businessman, very successful. Ngozi didn't know what to say. She quickly bought a small item and left. That evening, she called Chioma. Chioma, we need to talk in person. They met at a quiet restaurant. Ngozi showed Chioma the photos she had secretly taken of the shop, of Gloria, of the framed picture. Chioma stared at the photos, her hands shaking. This can't be real. I saw it with my own eyes, Chioma. That girl said Emeka opened the shop for her. She called him her boyfriend. Chioma felt like the ground was swallowing her. But my money. He said he was investing my money. Ngozi looked at her friend with pity. Chioma, I think he did invest it, just not the way you thought. Chioma didn't go home that night. She couldn't face Emeka yet. She stayed at Ngozi's house, crying, trying to process the betrayal. The next morning, she went to the boutique. That was when she confronted Gloria. My name is Chioma Okafor, and I think you know my husband. Gloria's face went pale. She stepped back. I don't know what you're talking about. Emeka Okafor, the man whose picture is on your counter, the man who opened this shop for you. Gloria's voice shook. He's my boyfriend. He's my husband, Chioma shouted, and the few customers in the shop turned to look. Gloria's eyes widened. What? No, that's not... He's not married. He told me. He lied to you. Chioma pulled out her phone and showed Gloria her wedding photos. 12 years of marriage, pictures of her and Emeka smiling, holding hands, celebrating anniversaries. Gloria stared at the photos, tears filling her eyes. No, this can't be. The money he used to open this shop, Chioma said, her voice breaking, was my money. 5 million naira I saved from my business. I gave it to him to invest for me, and he used it to set you up. Gloria collapsed onto a stool, crying. I didn't know, I swear, I didn't know he was married. Chioma wanted to be angry at this girl, but looking at her now, young, naive, crying, she realized Gloria was a victim too. Where is he? Chioma asked. I don't know. He doesn't come every day, maybe 2-3 times a week. Chioma took a deep breath. Call him now. Tell him there's an emergency with the shop. Gloria, still crying, nodded and picked up her phone. Emeka arrived 30 minutes later, rushing into the shop looking worried. Gloria, what's the emergency? What happened? He stopped. Chioma was standing in the middle of the shop, arms crossed, staring at him. His face went white. Chioma, I can explain. Explain what? Chioma's voice was dangerously calm. Explain how you took my 5 million naira and used it to open a shop for your girlfriend. Explain how you lied to me for 6 months. Explain how you bought her a car with my money. Emeka looked around. Customers were watching. Gloria was crying in the corner.
Let's talk outside, he said quietly. No, we talk here, in front of everyone, in front of her. Emeka's jaw clenched. Chioma, you're embarrassing yourself. I am embarrassing myself? Chioma laughed bitterly. You stole from me, you betrayed me, and I'm the one embarrassing myself? I didn't steal, Emeka snapped. You're my wife. What's yours is mine. I use the money for business. For her business, not mine. It's still a business. The money is still there. It's in the shop, in the stock, in the... I wanted a restaurant, Chioma screamed, tears finally breaking free. I worked for 7 years to save that money. 7 years of waking up at 4 a.m., cooking until my hands hurt, missing family events because I had to cater. And you took my dream and gave it to another woman. The shop was silent. Even the customers had stopped pretending not to listen. Emeka had no answer. I want my money back, Chioma said quietly. Every kobo. 5 million naira. You have 1 week. I don't have it. It's all in the shop. You can't just... Then sell the shop, sell the car, sell everything. I don't care. That money is mine and I want it back. She turned to leave. Chioma, wait! Emeka grabbed her arm. She yanked it free. Don't touch me. Please, let's go home and talk about this properly. I made a mistake, but we can fix this. Fix this? Chioma looked at him with disgust. You didn't make a mistake, Emeka. You made a choice. You chose her over me. You chose to betray me. And now I'm making my choice. What choice? I'm leaving you. Emeka's face crumpled. No, Chioma, please, don't do this. We've been married for 12 years. And you destroyed 12 years in 6 months. She walked out of the shop, leaving Emeka standing there, helpless. Gloria, still crying in the corner, whispered, She's right. You lied to both of us. Emeka said nothing. Chioma filed for divorce. The court case was brutal. Emeka tried to claim that as her husband, he had the right to use family money however he saw fit. But Chioma's lawyer proved that the 5 million naira came from her personal business account, not joint savings. It was her money. He had stolen it. The court ordered Emeka to return the 5 million naira within 60 days or face criminal charges for theft. Emeka had no choice. He forced Gloria to close the shop, sold the stock, sold the car, and gave Chioma back her money, though it took him 4 months and he had to borrow from loan sharks to complete it. Gloria, heartbroken and betrayed, left Lagos and went back to her village. She never wanted to see Emeka again. Chioma took her money and finally opened her restaurant. She called it Phoenix Kitchen because she had risen from the ashes of betrayal. The restaurant became successful.
Customers loved her food, but they also loved her story. She became known as the woman who refused to let a man destroy her dream. Emeka, on the other hand, lost everything. His wife, his side girlfriend, his reputation. The loan sharks harassed him daily for the money he borrowed. One evening, he showed up at Phoenix's kitchen looking thin and tired. "Chioma, please, can we talk?" She looked at him from across the restaurant. This man she had loved for 12 years, who had betrayed her in the cruelest way. "There's nothing to talk about, Emeka. I'm sorry. I know I hurt you. I was selfish and stupid. Please, forgive me." Chioma took a deep breath. "I do forgive you, Emeka. Not for your sake, but for mine. I can't carry bitterness and build my future at the same time." Emeka's eyes filled with hope. "So, can we try again?" "No." Chioma's voice was firm. "Forgiveness doesn't mean reconciliation. I forgive you so I can move on, but I will never trust you again. Goodbye, Emeka." She turned and walked back into her kitchen, leaving him standing outside. Emeka stood there for a long moment, then walked away. Some betrayals can never be undone. Some trust, once broken, can never be repaired. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe, like and comment if you love this story.